dissolving the observer / the witness. This is an identity that can usually arise out of our initial insight. At first, this witness is super helpful because usually at first on the path, we are just in our thoughts. We just are our thoughts completely. Just in everyday life, we believe every thought that arises. We are lost. We're just lost in the mind, and we are the mind just acting out thought patterns, and we're just lost. And it's so powerful to be able to take a step back and just watch thoughts like they are clouds in the sky, just watching them appear and dissolve, and just being that conscious witness of them, and seeing these thoughts as not our identity. But you'll find after a while of passively just letting go of thoughts and detaching from them, what can start to arise from that is usually a sense of detached numbness. Because at first we're just lost in the mind, and we're just getting strung along with the ebb and flow of life and feelings and emotions, and we see, I am not the thoughts, I am the witness of my mind and whatever's going on, and it's beautiful at first. It's so freeing to not have to engage, and to train ourselves to not engage. But to me, the energy of that, it feels like usually we're up in our heads. Let's just say this is our attention, and we're up in our heads. And sometimes when we become the witness, we do this, and we're just sort of back here. And it can be a very numb state of being, because we're just retreated to the back of the head, just observing everything unattached. But eventually the peace of being that conscious witness, that peace starts to go, and it turns into numbness. Because awakening, that's not for me the goal of awakening, to completely detach from life itself and reside into a cave in the back of reality and not engage with life, because that seems somewhat disembodied to me. But a lot of us don't realize we're doing this, and of course we do it because it's less painful than our usual experience, and it's helpful at first to just get good at being able to do that. That's like, if I was recommend a practice for people to first, I'm like, just be aware of your thoughts and notice they are thoughts and not you. That's sort of what I give to someone just starting off in spirituality. But usually with that, I'll say, but remember to be in the body. And this brings me to my next point. To get out of the witnessing state, it's important that we bring our attention into the whole body. Because the body has lots of stored identity in it. Or some people might use trauma, but I like to phrase it as stored identity. things that have happened in our lives that have caused a strong sense of identification with a certain feeling and emotion. And that shit just gets stored in the body. Modern somatic psychology says so, and there's a lot of information and proof out of how trauma is stored in the body and usually comes up as illness and disease. But so usually when we're detached from thoughts but we end up in the back of our head, it's because the body is uncomfortable. There's stuff we haven't processed fully that's sort of residing in our body. So that would be my first step to get out of the witness state, is to get out of your head, get out of this witness, and bring your attention into the sensations of the body. And feel that inner sense of aliveness, that our inner being, which you've been pointed to, but you really want to feel it from the place of a body. It's not located anywhere, but there's the sense of aliveness, that you're here and now, our inner being, which is the same thing as awareness, but awareness to me feels very like detached. The word being seems just being here and feeling into the body. And you may notice you get pulled up pretty quick into the head, but you want to notice any discomfort or uncomfortable sensations in the body, any tension. For me, a lot of jaw tension, but you can use inquiry, like somatic inquiry, to ask, what is this tension about? Is there any emotions or sensations locked within this tension in the body, in the jaw? And through inquiry and sitting with it and sort of digging this stuff out, letting whatever comes up from that inquiry and processing those emotions, we can start to embody more of our awakening. And sometimes it can be intense being in the body and stuff can come up, but there's practices to ground us. Maybe we can focus on if we feel like we've brought up something a bit too hectic, we can focus on our breath. Or there's those classical sort of EMDR like psychological tricks, tapping, focus tracking. Or you can stare at your finger and focus on the background, stare back at your finger. You'd be surprised how quick that can get you out of an intense state. They're just some little tricks to just reground you, because sometimes the body can be intense and there's a lot of unprocessed material there. But getting out of witness is coming to the body, trying to look around and uncover emotions. Emotional work's a process that's sort of, I think, always going to be refined, but you can move big shifts and energies. And you'll find as you uncover emotional material, you will actually you'll find that those tensions, maybe you have a tension of heartbreak, a relationship that you never processed, that you never got to feel the pain of because of repression and distraction. But you'll find when you're trying to rest in presence in being in the body, the reason you're pulled out of that state is because something is triggering or the heartbreak hasn't been dealt with. So it pulls you back into your mind because there's a part of you that doesn't want to feel that. So it's important to drop in, feel. And another thing, after we've done, this is one step, but it's good to just feel around the body first, and then we can start to ask ourselves questions like, where is the witness, or where am I? Where's this conscious witness that I believe I am? And inquiring into that question and looking not from the mind but feeling into the body. Where am I? Where is the witness? Or another good one is, where's the boundary between what I'm witnessing and the witness of, and the apparent witness of that boundary? But this all inquiry should be done from a place of really being in the body and looking for the witness, as well as emotional inquiry, because they're big roots of identity inside of us, and when they release, we find we fall into presence more easier, because that emotion is finally been felt. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.